It is currently day 400, and my teammate and I are still living out of this chest monster with a bed. And while I could just place down a few more chests, that's exactly how we got here in the first place. And I can't keep doing this forever. It's time to fix that. So, after designing a huge cliffside base with a massive storage system in a creative world, I can begin with phase 1. This build requires hundreds, if not thousands, of blocks. The first of which is quartz, which we need over 2 shulkers of. And I'm pretty sure the best way to get quartz is by trading with mason villagers. Because if you didn't know, a master level mason villager will trade 1 emerald for 1 quartz block, which, while still bad, is way better than mining it manually. Now, my current way of getting emeralds is from my iron farm, which I then trade ingots to these guys for emeralds. Now, this works pretty well, but with only 1 iron farm, I can't keep up with how much quartz I need. So let's build 3 more for a total of 4 iron farms. Okay, now that our iron farms are up and running, they could use some decoration, because right now they're looking kind of ugly. So with just a few blocks and a central storage, we can move on to trading. And with our newfound endless supply of iron, we need more villagers. Okay, now that we have our iron farms and mason villagers set up, it's time to move on to the next material on our list, which is pale oak. Now, there are 2 ways I know of to get pale oak, one of which is waiting for a wandering trader to spawn with the right trades, or I could fly out in search of a pale oak forest, which is what I'm gonna do because I do not want to wait around for hours trying to get the right trade. Now, it's time to get some wood and saplings to take back to the base. Wait, what are the chances of finding a creaking heart? Bro, I swear this isn't scripted, I just found one. Well, now that we've got the pale oak, we can move on to the next material on our list, which is calcite. Now, I could go looking for a rare calcite vein in a mountain biome. I don't like to use seed finders, so I'll have to stick with mining geodes. Now, luckily for me, I already mined out a geode earlier, but it looks like I just barely don't have enough, so I'll have to go find one more. Now, with the quartz and pale oak and calcite out of the way, it's time to move on to the last blocks on our list. So here's a speed round. Warped fungus, copper, deep slate, and finally chest, which I need 7 stacks of. And with that, I think we have all the materials and can move on to phase 2, the excavation phase. Now, since our base is going to be built into the side of a cliff, we need to excavate some of the mountain. The best way to do that is to get a fully powered beacon, because with an efficiency 5 pickaxe and a haste 2 beacon, you can insta-mine regular stone. Now, we were planning on getting a beacon, but even with looting 3 on our swords, we weren't having any luck getting skulls from wither skeletons to summon a wither. So we decided to tough it out and mine the old-fashioned way. Okay, now with phases 1 and 2 complete, we can move on to phase 3, the build phase. And once we're done with this phase, all that will be left is to move in. So enjoy this time lapse of the build process. The build is complete.